Episode 95, Sleepwalking Shenanigans.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It's great to be here tonight. I hope you're all wide awake and ready for some laughs because tonight, we're going to dive into the hilarious world of sleepwalking. Now, sleepwalking is one of those things that just makes you scratch your head in bewilderment. I mean, think about it. You're fast asleep, dreaming about being chased by a giant marshmallow, and suddenly, your body decides, hey, let's take this show on the road. I actually had a friend who was a sleepwalker. Let me tell you, spending a night at his place was like entering the Twilight Zone. One time, I woke up in the middle of the night to find him standing at the foot of my bed, staring at me with these zombie-like eyes. I was terrified. I thought, great, this is how I'm going to die, killed by the sleepwalking serial killer. But then he just mumbled something like, "Did you bring the ketchup?" Ketchup. At that moment, I realized the true power of sleepwalking, the ability to turn the mundane into the utterly bizarre. You see, sleepwalkers are like secret agents of absurdity. They can do things that no normal person would ever attempt. I mean, who needs a circus when you have sleepwalking? You'll witness acts like tightrope walking on the stairs, human statues in the kitchen, and my personal favorite, interpretive dance routines in the living room at 3 a.m. Sleepwalkers also have a remarkable talent for finding obstacles that seem to magically appear in their path. It's like their eyes are closed, but their shins are wide awake. I mean, it's a wonder they don't have a medal for bruised shins. Forget sleepwalking, they should call it sleep stumbling. And let's not forget the fantastic stories that sleepwalkers come up with. One time, my cousin claimed he sleepwalked all the way to the supermarket and bought a year's supply of marshmallows. Now, I'm not saying he's lying, but I don't know any supermarket that has a sleepwalker-friendly aisle labeled marshmallows and other random purchases. But you know what? As hilarious as sleepwalking can be, it's also a sign that our brains are strange, wondrous things. It's like they have a secret agenda, plotting against us in the dead of night. They're like little pranksters, saying, hey, let's mess with this guy's sleep and see what happens. So, the next time you stumble upon a sleepwalker in your life, remember to cherish the absurdity, embrace the laughter, and most importantly, lock up the marshmallows. Because when it comes to sleepwalking, you never know what kind of wild adventure you're about to witness. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our sleep-deprived souls in the audience tonight. Now, I gotta tell you, sleepwalking is just nature's way of reminding us that embarrassment never takes a vacation. You know, sleepwalking is like an extreme sport, but instead of X Games, it's Z Games. It's the only activity where you can win gold by walking like a penguin with a broken compass. I mean, imagine being an Olympic sleepwalker. And here comes Dave from the United States, skillfully avoiding the furniture like a ninja on Ambien. But seriously, sleepwalking is an experience like no other. You wake up in the morning, and your room looks like a twisted art installation. It's like you invited Salvador Dali and a drunk Picasso to redecorate while you snoozed. You've got chairs on top of tables, pillows in the closet, and somehow your shoes end up in the refrigerator. I don't know about you, but I'm convinced that sleepwalkers are just sleep interior designers in disguise. One time, I sleepwalked right into my neighbor's apartment. Yeah, I didn't realize it until I found myself spooning their pet turtle, Terry. I mean, what kind of pet owner lets a random guy cuddle up with their shelled friend? And let me tell you, waking up with Terry the turtle next to you is not what they mean by waking up on the right side of the bed. Sleepwalking can also lead to some interesting conversations. Imagine the confusion of your significant other when they find you sleepwalking in the living room, passionately discussing the philosophy of cheese with a lampshade. It's moments like these that make you question your life choices and contemplate whether you should switch to decaf. But here's the thing, folks. Sleepwalking is not all fun and games. It's a treacherous journey where you never know what obstacles lie ahead. Stairs become Mount Everest, and doorways turn into mini-games of limbo. And let's not forget the hazards of sleep eating. You wake up with crumbs in your bed, chocolate stains on your pajamas, and a half-eaten tub of ice cream clutched in your arms. You become your own midnight snack ninja, devouring everything in sight, one cookie at a time. In the end, sleepwalking is a reminder that our brains are still trying to figure out what they want, even when we're not awake. So next time you encounter a sleepwalker, give them a round of applause for their bravery, their creativity, and their ability to turn a quiet night into a slapstick comedy routine. And remember, if life gives you lemons, sleepwalk your way into making lemonade. But just make sure you don't put it in the dishwasher. Cheers, everyone. So, let's talk about sleepwalking, shall we? It's one of those things that's both hilarious and terrifying at the same time. I mean, imagine waking up in the middle of the night, wandering around like a confused penguin in a tuxedo. I used to have a friend who sleepwalked, and let me tell you, it was like having a living, breathing episode of the Twilight Zone in your house. You never knew what he was going to do next. One time, we found him in the kitchen, holding a spatula and flipping imaginary pancakes. I tell you, he had the potential to be the sleepwalking champion of the world. I would have given him a gold medal, but he'd probably sleepwalk it away. Sleepwalkers have this incredible talent for turning everyday objects into their worst enemies. You'll find them bumping into walls, tripping over their own feet, and even having heated arguments with inanimate objects. It's like a real-life slapstick comedy routine, except nobody's watching it on YouTube for millions of views. But you know what's even funnier? When sleepwalking and sleep-talking decide to join forces. Oh boy, it's like a 2-for-1 special of embarrassment and amusement. I remember one time my sister sleepwalked into my room, stood in front of my closet, and started having a heated debate with my shoes. I didn't know whether to laugh or call a sleep therapist. And let's not forget the classic sleepwalking phenomenon of going for a midnight snack. You know you're in trouble when you wake up to find an empty bag of potato chips and a trail of crumbs leading straight to your bed. It's like Hansel and Gretel, except instead of a witch's house, you end up in a pile of shame and crumbs. Now, I've never been a sleepwalker myself, but I have had my fair share of weird sleep experiences. I once woke up with my pillow in the fridge and a carton of milk on my nightstand. I guess my subconscious was planning for breakfast in bed, but took a detour through the kitchen instead. In conclusion, sleepwalking is a hilarious, bizarre, and somewhat terrifying phenomenon. It's like watching a comedy movie where the actors have no idea they're in it. So, next time you catch someone sleepwalking, don't panic, just grab the popcorn and enjoy the show. Who knows, you might witness the next sleepwalking superstar in action. Thank you, and good night.
And that wraps up another laughter-filled episode of Not So Funny A. If you enjoyed the jokes generated by our AI algorithms, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our comedy-loving community.